Hello, my name is Tiara Reed, and today I'll be discussing a serious topic, bullying. Now, in the last 5 to 6 years in Western Pennsylvania, there have been multiple deaths with our preteen and teenagers by suicide, all due to bullying. And what are we doing about it? Well, there are laws that have been in place in our school system since at least 2009, and most of them deal with reporting the problem, but not really how do we resolve the problem. So today we're going to take a look at what we need to know and why it's important, focusing on what we're dealing with, and then taking a stand to ignite change in our schools, in our families, and with our peers. Enough's enough. Really, enough's enough. And I know a family that agrees with me. On June 23rd, 2017, at 11:29 a.m., it was reported on Channel 11 News that there was a young lady named Sadie Ridge, 15 years old. Sadie had many aspirations in life. She wanted to become a firefighter or even a vet, but there were a lot of problems at school. It was reported that in June of 2017, Sadie hung herself because she was being tormented in school by bullies. Left to deal with the mourning and pretty much void is her family. And their response is really just so heartbreaking, and what they wrote in her obituary. And it reads, For the bullies involved, please know you were effective in making her feel worthless. To all the bullies out there, I just want you to know that as much as we despise your actions, never ever do we wish you to feel the paralyzing pain that engulfs our bodies. How could you do this to someone? How could you tease someone, torment, talk about? Cyberbullying is what she dealt with. They were texting her, they were harassing her on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of these things, but for what? And now she's gone. But she's not the only one. Let's see why this is happening. So what's the big deal? What is bullying? Orwell in 1994 describes bullying in his journal as a repeated behavior, verbal or physical, that occurs over a period of time in a relationship characterized by an imbalance of power. It is considered to be physical contact or direct bullying, such as tripping someone in the hallway or pushing a peer on a playground. However, bullying also occurs indirectly through subtle verbal exchanges, intimidations, rumors, and excluding peers from various activities, let alone cyberbullying, which is done through text and email, on social media, and through digital phones. Examples of this would be, in June 2017, Evan Zimanak of Western Allegheny, hung himself at the age of 12 years old. Again, he was 12 years old to end the torment he was suffering at school. His grandmother tells a reporter, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, that he was pushed, shoved, and stabbed with pencils while riding the school bus. he was also tormented in school. It was also reported in May of 2016 that over the last 6 years, 5 student deaths by suicide, including a teacher in the Pine Richland School District, again in Western Pennsylvania, were due to bullying and depression. What's going on? Why is this the way out? Let's look at our bulliers. Let's look at who we're dealing with. There's the bully, the victim, and the bully victims. The bully is known to be aggressive, impulsive, dominant demeanor, accepted by their peers, and most have positive relationships with peers and teachers. The victim, however, the one being bullied, is quiet and withdrawn, depressed or anxious, less socially accepted, and has fewer friends. This was me. I was the bullied. I was the victim. But thank God, He saved me, and I moved beyond that. But then there are the bully victims. Victims of bullying, but also bullying other children, because they don't know how to express what they're going through, so they take it out on other kids. They are aggressive also, they're impulsive, but these are the ones that are more physically aggressive during bullying incidents. And they cut themselves off from other people and their friends. They are not liked by their peers. So let's look at what the law says, because there's a law in place in our school system in the state of Pennsylvania. On July 9, 2008, Governor Edward Rendell signed into law Act 61, which contains laws to address bullying in Pennsylvania. According to Act 61, each school entity in Pennsylvania must adopt a policy or amend its existing policy relating to bullying and incorporate the policy into the school entity's Code of Student Conduct required under 22 PA Code. Okay. You also must identify the appropriate staff person to receive reports of incidents of alleged bullying, and the school entities must make the policy available on its website and, if possible, in every classroom, but most importantly, in a central location within each school building. It also requires that each school entity review its policy every 3 years. However, each year, school entities must provide a copy of its policies relating to bullying and the development, implementation, and prevention of bullying on its internet website in every classroom. It also encompasses electronic or cyberbullying as a part of anti-bullying policy. So, Pennsylvania is trying to make change. But as we have already talked about over the last 6 years, it's not working too well. So, how can you affect change? Educators, I'm talking to you. Stop being afraid of your students and stand up for them, especially you ones in the city of Pittsburgh. I know that, our children, some can be a bit to handle, but you can do it. Stand up to these children and let them know who's in charge. If a student brings something to your attention, take action. If you see it and they don't say anything, take action. I know a lot of you do, but we need to be better. I tell my kids all the time, we need to constantly be evolving, be better. Take action like a school principal did for his student. Jackson Johnston was bullied at school for shaving his head in solidarity to support his grandfather, who was just diagnosed with cancer. Upon being notified of his bullying, the school's principal had Jackson shave his head as well in front of the entire school. And just this single act helped his his bulliers to see what they were doing was wrong. And then parents. I'm a parent. I have 4 kids. Please, I know that you have busy lives. I have a busy life. But I try to take the time to talk to my kids, to see what's going on throughout their day, to know what they're dealing with and how to help them to change it. Talk to them, encourage them. Know who their teachers are, know who their friends are. Be involved. If the school won't take action, then we have to. Our children need us to fight for them. Will you fight? Thank you.